Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, we're going to react to the US military in 2024. I mean, it goes without saying, a lot of the world relies on the US military. You know, Europe heavily relies on it, NATO relies on it. So it's really important that, you know, the machinery, the weapons, the vehicles are all up to date in terms of compared to, you know, the biggest adversaries or potential adversaries. So, you know, Russia and China, namely. I mean, from what we've seen of Russia, their technology is a bit outdated. You know, one could argue that they're probably winning in Ukraine right now, but I think that's just due to the sheer number of men that they can throw at this war. I don't think it says much about their actual weapons and things like that. But yeah, I'm quite curious to see what the US military, you know, looks like in 2024 in terms of what it can, what it could potentially use in, God forbid, a war. Oh, what is that? Oh, what are those missiles?
America, the country with the largest army in the world. Before starting the video, if you like this kind of videos, you can subscribe to our channel. America is making huge investments in the military field in order to have a say in the world, and it is constantly developing its defense industry by introducing new technologies. The current population of America is 341 million. Now we will start with the land forces, and we will examine the naval and air forces respectively. The American Army has a total of 2,127,000 military personnel. Of these, 1,228,000 are active, and 799,000 are reserve personnel.
That sounds comparable to China. I would imagine China probably have more actual, you know, people, but not that much. Surely can't be much more than 2 million.
America is the only country in the world that has nearly 200,000 military personnel outside its borders, and also has nearly 1,000 bases in the world.
Yeah, that is quite an
Thanks to
impressive
these, it enables it to launch military operations very quickly in most of the world. This allows it to get ahead in the war. America has more than 6,300 tanks in total.
That's insane. How do you get them around? Aircraft carrier, probably? That thing is quick. Holy shit.
1595 self-propelled artillery.
Look at the size of that cannon.
2,800 towed artillery. And 1410 rocket projectors.
You would not want to be on the receiving end of those things.
Tanks play the main role in ground forces. The M1A2 Abrams, with the most powerful armor and technology, is the main battle tank of the Army.
Yeah, I think it's made out of depleted uranium, or at least part of the armor is depleted uranium, so super dense material to shoot through.
Naval forces. The main purpose of the naval forces is to prevent dangers from the sea and support operational troops on land and in the air with high technologies and long-range weapons mounted on it. There are a total of 472 ships in the U.S. Navy. 11 of these ships are aircraft carriers.
I need to get, I would love to just spend a few days on an aircraft carrier. I find them so cool, like a floating town, really.
9 are helicopter carriers. There are 75 destroyers.
Look at that.
23 corvettes. 64 submarines. 5 patrol ships. And 8 mine warfare ships. The United States is a country that has dominated the world in naval forces. Aircraft carriers are very important for the U.S., and it has invested heavily in them. As a result, it has more aircraft carriers than all the other countries in the world combined. And the U.S. also has the largest aircraft carriers in the world. When these aircraft carriers are equipped with state-of-the-art fighter jets, a great power emerges and has a great advantage in war.
Because you can, if you've got 11 aircraft carriers placed strategically across the planet, you can respond to any kind of conflict really fast with the fighter jets, as long as you have them dispersed evenly.
The U.S.'s most important weapons at sea are submarines. Submarines are one of the most effective military hardware developed throughout history. Submarines are the most advanced and powerful means of warfare after aircraft carriers, providing the ability to attack sea and land targets at great distances. Air Force. The most important weapons in warfare are air forces, because countries that cannot control the airspace are doomed to defeat.
Yeah, because you're just going to get blitzed from above, aren't you? You could have a million ground troops, but if they're just going to get taken out from above.
The USA is a very advanced and technologically advanced, powerful country in this regard. The United States has a total of 13,209 aircraft.
Really?
1,854 of them are fighter aircraft.
13,000? No way. Seriously?
896 attack aircraft.
I love the B-1, man. It's just such a sleek looking plane. Even though, it's quite an old plane now, I still find it very, very sleek. And this is the F-35, I think. This is the F-35, I believe.
957 transports. .2648 trainers. 695 special mission aircraft. .606 tanker fleet. .5737 helicopters.
This is the oh my god, Brit. What's it called again? I forget.
And 1,000 attack helicopters.
The A-10 Warthog.
Fighter jets and attack helicopters, which play an important role in the Air Force, can change the course of wars. America has made significant technological breakthroughs in fighter jets and has developed itself in this field. The tasks of fighter jets are used to bomb targets on land and water, to neutralize other aircraft, and to perform reconnaissance missions.
I love how the word neutralize is used to basically mean, destroy. Target neutralized.
Fighter jets play a multifaceted role and are equipped with a variety of weapons and equipment and participate in various military operations. They are designed to meet the strategic and tactical needs of the Air Force in these missions. America is constantly increasing the number of weapons by continuous production. In fact, the issue that is more important than these numbers is technology. Since the USA knows this issue, it is constantly making improvements in technology. And it also creates new technological weapons day by day. Of course, a price must be paid for all of these. America's defense budget for 2024 is $831,781,000. It has managed to become the first in the world in the defense industry position because it has continuously increased its defense budget. Nuclear power. Nuclear weapons are...
God, that is so much money. $831 billion. I think it's actually 871, wasn't it? Crazy money. You just think what that money could be used for, in other areas. But I suppose, because you could probably still spend like half of that and still be the #1 military.
Are used to inflict much more damage than general explosives. Just one weapon used has the power to completely destroy an entire city or a country, both living and non-living. That is why we hope that these weapons are not used. Nuclear weapons were originally built to be used as a deterrent. The USA has a total of 5428 nuclear warheads. The most powerful countries in the world in the position of nuclear power are America and Russia.
Oh yes.
In this video, we examined the military power of the United States, which is #1 in the military field. If you like such military videos, you can subscribe.
Yeah, as we knew already, you know, definitely the most powerful military on the planet, but China and India are making massive strides in that regard as they grow as superpowers domestically in terms of their GDP and just the sheer, you know, wealth that those countries have. They are investing more and more and more into their military. So I guess that's one argument for the US spending as much money as it does, because it needs to stay ahead. But then again, you could argue that, does it need to be that much money? You know, I find it hard to believe that you couldn't trim at least 25% of that and not have still by far the most powerful military in the world. You know, and let's 25% of 871 billion, that's like $220 billion. Imagine you spent that on, I don't know, you could probably fix a ton of problems with that. You could probably raise wages of every public sector worker in America. You could probably give all of them a pay rise, a significant pay rise, and fix all of the roads, you know, and, you know, you could probably do so many things with that amount of money, because I don't believe that all of that money is being spent on hardware. I would imagine that a fair chunk of that is being spent on lobbying, you know, on overinflated budgets for certain projects. There's definitely got to be a lot of inefficiencies in how that huge of a sum of money is being spent. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.